Give it just a second, just to make sure everything's all caught up here. Because the capture doesn't always like to actually immediately go to the stream. I don't know. 20 seconds, is that enough? I'm gonna pretend like it's enough. Hello. I'm EnviroBoy, this is my channel, and I'm gonna get some Mass Effect going for us here. Let's do it. Yee. Yee, yee, yee. Now we get to have the fun, awkward moment of just waiting for the game to start up. It's good stuff. Alright. Any day now, game. Any day. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it, Mass Effect. There we go. Now we're going. Hell yeah. Alright. Hopefully our audio balance is good. People can just make fun of me if it's bad, and I'll fix it. I think we pretty much ironed out the whatever weird thing my microphone has decided it's going to start doing. I think we've got the balances re-measured out again, so I think we're okay. But who the hell knows? I gotta adjust my keyboard positioning and stuff too. It's like my keyboard in a different position when I'm gaming versus when I'm typing. All right, what the hell did we finish off doing? Do I have anything?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there
Anyone complaining about anything?
Nothing right now.
Good.
Anything else, Commander?
No, leave me alone.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay. I don't actually remember. I feel like I know we did Zaid's loyalty mission. I don't think there was a whole lot else that we did last time. Well, I know there was a whole lot, but like a whole lot else that we did after that. I think that was like the last big thing that we did. So, where's my? What's?
We have used half our fuel.
There we go. I was gonna say, I was like, why isn't it letting me go in? And I think it was because I was colorblind and the orange thing. Now that I'm realized, hold on, I gotta check. Yeah, oh shit, yeah, it is there. It is there. I didn't even see it. I was like, why isn't my button showing up? It's because it's the same goddamn color and I can't see it. That's what it is. God damn it. Alright, let's refuel up on stuff here. We gotta do some quick probing of the planets around here. Or at the very least, we gotta scan them so we can get ourselves up to our 100% here. Anything less is unacceptable. And if you disagree with me, then you're wrong. Oh, there we go. I'm getting over my incessant need to fully mine everything. I now only fully mine 30 probes worth of planets whenever I'm in a new system. But we do need to at least scan every planet in the system. How can we say that we're galactic explorers if we don't actually explore 100% of the explorable galaxy? Would just be unacceptable. It'd just be ridiculous, really. I mean, let's be honest here. It would be absurd. It'd be absolutely absurd. Okay, oh, there we go. Can we get a twofer there? There's like, it was trying. It's trying to give us a twofer, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Do not think it's gonna happen. Oh, there we go. Grab that peak. Alright, come on. Alright, I think that's as big as we're gonna get. Man, I'm gonna use up all of my probes on this one planet. I'm gonna have to start, like, reducing my criteria for considering a planet done. Because I've been doing poor or depleted. But I might have to swap that to also including moderate. Just for the sake of time and getting this done. Oh, hey, I don't need to worry about it this time around. But just for the sake of, you know, actually getting this game done this year or whatever. The rate I've been going with it. Kimowitz. Sounds like a lawyer's name or something. Kimowitz, and like, I don't know, some other name that's not Kimowitz. Poor, ugh. I don't waste my time with the poor. Forget that. One of these days, someone's gonna come in here, have no context for the fact that I always make that joke about not caring about the poor. They're gonna think I'm serious, and they're just gonna be so offended. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen. You know it's gonna happen. And the good news is I probably won't feel bad about it because they'll probably just be like, ah, and leave. And so I won't actually have to explain myself. And that'll be that.
Launching probe.
If it hasn't already happened. That's just the thing. You know, there's a very good chance it's already happened. In which case, oops. Oh well. Ah, boy. See, these are the ones where it's like, it's moderate. There's not a whole lot here. And then it's going to end up taking like 15 probes to actually get this one down to poor depleted. Like, I don't really understand what their grading criteria is for how they choose what scanner grade, you know, what richness to give any of these planets. It seems so arbitrary. There we go. Like, it doesn't always feel, oops, dang it, I always do that. It just doesn't feel super consistent all the time. And I don't know why they did it that way. But they did, and we're stuck with it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got a 3 for on that one. Hell yeah. I didn't take long to downgrade that one. Hold on. That one wants to be a big peak. Where am I finding? There it is. There she blow. Pew!
Launching probe.
See what I mean, though? Look at how many it's taken. Just like this moderate one. You'd think that moderate would mean like 1 or 2 peaks away from being poor. Considering that, like, it oftentimes, like, you'll start with rich, shoot one of them, and then it'll immediately drop down to moderate. It's like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, this many peaks seems pretty rich in minerals here. You know? It's like, if you're getting this many extreme deposits, then why classify it as just like barely better than poor or depleted? And that just doesn't make sense to me. Just does not make sense to me. Alright, so we just gotta do this. I think it's just this planet here is the last one. This little green marble planet. Oh, hell yeah, we got element 0. That's the one that's hard to find. Yeah, this is actually worth our time now. Come on, give me them easy. Give me them easy peasy deposits. Alright, fine, we'll grab that one too. Although I shouldn't waste my probes. Hold on. I'm not gonna waste my probes until I feel confident that we've used up all of the element 0 ones. There we go. See, look at that. Look at that. We need this. We need this. Oh. That is the good stuff right there, man. That is the good stuff. It's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but see, like, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. How many peaks of element 0 alone have we just found? That's like, we had like 7 probes when we started this one. And now we're out of probes. Right, we're out of probes, so I'm going to call it quits. Right, I'm going to stick to it. We're going to call it quits. But we planted like 7 probes. All of them at a big peak. And it's all like, oh, it's still good. It's like, at that point in time, wasn't it just rich in minerals? Like, who designed this? Who chose these classifications, and what criteria did they use? Makes no sense, and it matters. This matters. I feel like I'm maybe getting a little hung up on it. But, I mean, come on. Okay, so what's left to do? There's nothing really to do on Omega. I want to come here last because the Reaper IFF is like a main story thing, so I don't want to do that one yet. And even though we have the Firewalker artifact collection thing, we can do that like right on our way to the IFF, I feel like. Although, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'm forgetting. Screw it, let's go do the Firewalker thing now. We'll just ignore the IFF, right? I don't think it's not gonna force us, because yeah, they're in completely different like star systems. Yeah, screw it. Let's just do the IFF. Let's forget it. No, that's what we're here to do. We're here to explore everything. We might as well. But first. All right. If it's down to moderate too, we'll not waste our time, just because I'm getting so, like, I have so many minerals. Like, it kind of makes me twitch a little bit on the inside to not mine the poop out of every single one of these planets. But we're at a point now where I feel like we can pretty easily get away with not finding any more. Schwarzschild. Oh, we gotta go to Schwarzschild. Oh my God, there's so many. So many places to go. Alright, we'll go to Schwarzschild. I really just sound like an old Schwarzenegger's kid. He's the Schwarzschild. He's the chosen one. Born of the strongest man. Born of the strongest man. Of the virgin strong man. The Schwarzschild is the next coming of Mr. Olympia. His muscliness will be unmatched. I'd follow him. I'd follow him. I don't know if I'd worship him, but I'd follow him. I'd be like, hey, where you going? I'd see where he was going. Alright, moderate. Yeah, see, look at all these moderate planets. Look at all this time we're saving by saying, screw you, moderate planets. Only looking for the good or rich ones. Where are you? It's this one. Good. Ah, there we go. See, this one's good. So let's go ahead and... it's got element 0. See, this is the risk. This is the risk of skipping all of them. What if one of those moderate ones had a lot of element 0? Like, beans. We just kind of sacrificed our opportunity for that one.
Probe launched.
But that's okay. I want the element 0. We're just going to look around for more element 0 peaks. And probably take it down to moderate on that alone. Truthfully. Hopefully. There we go. It's a nice strong peak. Whoa, whoa. There we go.
Probe launched.
Go.
Probe away.
There's so many of them. There's so many element 0 ones, and this is really what I want to focus the use of the probes on. But then again, it's all like, look, it's only good. It's not even rich, and we've already put down 8 probes, and it still hasn't been declassified. Shouldn't that just count as rich? I don't understand what their qualifications are for any of this. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense that I could, you know, run through 10 whole probes and not even downgrade it from good to moderate. I don't understand what happened with whatever algorithms they put into this. Makes 0 sense whatsoever. There we go. Good lord. 11 whole probes. Schwarzschild. Man, you're running me through the ringer here. Alright, how many we got? Rich. Oh boy, rich. Now watch, this one's going to take like 2 peaks for us to get down to nothing. Alright, let's just see here. Alright. I already stand corrected. It was more than 2. It was more than 2. We've only got 15 left total. So, hopefully we'll get it down. One more. At least one more. The other thing, too, is with these rich ones, they tend to downgrade immediately from rich to moderate. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. I don't understand what's going on. I don't pretend to understand the game. I simply play it. Come on. Give me something. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. There, see? Completely gave good a pass. Down to moderate. Like, what a nothing classification good must be, right? I don't get it. Alright. Let's head back here and recollect up our probes. Refill up on them. I do kind of wish they made the ship move a little faster. I don't really understand what was gained by having it be this like slow little puttering thing. Like, the best I can guess is that there's a loading screen hidden in there, which seems kind of weird because it's just a map, but that's the best I can really imagine about why on earth they would have done that. Alright, not many planets. This looks like it almost looked like it could have had a hidden planet in there. I suppose we'll find out that we can just mathematically see. Of course, it's rich.
Probe away.
Look, it looks like a little white marble. Come on. Aha, there we go.
Probe launched.
Ooh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Ooh, there we go.
Probe launched.
Oh, there we are. Oh, we got, see, now that one seems to be behaving a little reasonably here. Although now the next test is going to be
Probe launched.
how many it takes to go from good down to moderate. That's where the real test is. Oh, there we go. See, that one had a much more sensible scale to me. Like, that one made sense, right? God, I'm really getting hung up on this and really obsessed with this. Just like I'm obsessed with probing all these planets. But it's like, you know, we're going to need it. We need it to make all of our upgrades and stuff. And, like, the thing is, too, is because I'm obsessive about needing to explore everything, right, as I find it, I don't like just scanning to get the 100% and then not at least getting something out of the planet as far as mining it goes. Because then it's going to be really hard for me to remember where I can go to find more resources if I do end up shy, right? Because everything's marked off and it's like, oh shoot, which ones did I mine and which ones didn't I mine? Which is why I'm trying to mine all of them as I come to them, so that way I just won't be in a situation where I'm short on resources.
Probe launched.
You know, it'll just sort of take care of itself that way. Yeah, see, this one's not making much sense, man. It's not making a whole lot of sense to me. We're already getting to a lot of probes shot out there without finding any good deposits. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Probe away.
Oh, man. I'm getting the afternoon sleepies. Getting the afternoon sleepies, which is unfortunate because I'm not going to have time to nap today. I've got too much going on today. I will not have time for that. I can, because I got to immediately after this, I have to go get my afternoon workout in. And then, oh, moderate, not wasting my time. I have to go get my afternoon workout in. And then after that, I have to zip home, cook dinner, and then eat it before too much later, because then because tonight we're doing online one of our D&D sessions. So I need to I'll need to
Probe away.
go work out, get home, cook, and eat fast.
Probe launched.
Nice. Good for you. Good for you, man. Yeah, I did my morning workout. I always do my morning conditioning, and then the afternoon is like a technical workout based on like the sports and activities I do. But that's awesome. I wish there was a beach near me that I could do a beach run. That would be fantastic. But there's not, and it's really dark here when I get up and do my morning workouts. So I go and get on a treadmill, and it sucks. I hate treadmills. I hate them so much. Like, I love them as a workout tool, but I cannot stand like being on a treadmill. It's the worst.
Launching probe.
Because it's just like you're surrounded by your own cloud of like sweat vapor and humidity and discomfort and misery. It's just the worst.
Probe.
It's just the worst. And it's like you can't like naturally easily slow down if you're, you know, taking a break. It's like you have to try and press the buttons, and like nowadays they make, at least where I go, they make all the treadmills with those like really shitty like, you know, touch buttons where it's like it's not actually a touch screen, but the buttons are like super like, it's just like flat, and it's just like a pressure type of button rather than an actual button. And so you have to hope that the thing like works right, because half the time they'll glitch out. So you're trying to slow it down, and you're like, you don't have your proper running gait because you're like trying to hold the button and keep up with it. And so you feel like you're gonna like flip face plant and die on it. Oh, I hate them. I hate them so bad, so bad. Plus it's so boring. There's no scenery. It's just ugh, with a side of ugh. I hate it. I can't stand it. All right, I'm not going to refill on probes. We're just going to come over here and get on with it. Took a bit of a break past summer, winter. We're trying a ton of training. Wow, 50K. That's awesome. in 6 hours and 15 minutes. That's impressive. That's impressive. I do running as a way to work on my cardio and my conditioning, but I don't actually consider myself a runner. Compared to the average Joe, my paces are pretty good. But most of the running I actually do is interval and sprint based, because I use it as a way to build up cardio for kickboxing. So yeah, no, I'm with you. I hate treadmills. But that's the unfortunate thing about it too, when it comes to like intervals and stuff like that, when it's time-based intervals, because a lot of times preparing for kickboxing, I'll do time-based intervals, so that way I can simulate the amount of work you would have to do in like an amateur fight or whatever. You know, you can do like so many minutes on with so many minutes off. In a lot of ways, a treadmill is easier because I don't have to worry about the distance. Like, I don't have to worry about getting stuck in I don't have to worry about getting stuck, you know, away from my finish point and like have a whole long distance to walk to get back or anything like that. It's just like I can get on there, get the work that I need to get done, and then like I'm just free. I can drive home. So that's like the one benefit to doing them. Personal best is 23:03. That's good. That's impressive. Trying to think about what my 5K personal best is. It's been a minute. I know that my 1 mile pace, which 3 miles is roughly equivalent to a 5K. So my 1 mile pace, my best 1 mile pace sustained over distance is 6 minutes 48 seconds. But that was when I was really focusing on a lot more running a while back. So I don't think I can maintain that pace right now. But that would be my personal best in terms of minutes. So that puts me at like a 25-minute 5K, somewhere around there, which is pretty. Oh wait, no. That's completely wrong. I'm thinking about. No, it'd be 7 minutes times 3 roughly would be 21, plus a little extra because it's a bit further plus the seconds. So I don't know. It's probably somewhere around there, but I think actually maybe 25 minutes is probably closer. To what I would do if I were actually to do a sustained 5K pace right now. Because most of my sustained paces are like run, you know, a mile or so and then rest for a little bit and then run a mile, or run so many minutes and then rest and run so many minutes. So a lot of my paces are based on having like a minute or two rest in between. So I don't know what that would translate into being as far as like an actual sustained pace would be. But no, that's an impressive time. That's a good time. And I think it's awesome that you commit to it and are willing to get up in the morning and work out, because anytime I mention that to literally almost anyone, they're all like, ew, I can never. It's like, well, you could. You just choose not to. So I have a whole lot of respect for anyone who's able to get themselves up and going to do workouts like that. I think that's awesome.
Probe. Scans have found something.
All right. Let's just. Well, hold on. I just want to scan really quick, and see what types of peaks, because I just don't want to miss out on any element 0 here. And we got 5 more probes. We already probed what we needed to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and collect up whatever I can, whatever's easy here. Boom. Bought the probes. I want to use them. Damn it.
Probe launched.
But yeah, ultra marathons though that's something else entirely. I don't know that I would have it in me to do that right now. I think that I'm good at like I'm out of probes. That's fine. I think I'm good at being able to sort of push through mental walls these days. But I don't know that my feet would be able to sustain me for that long. I genuinely don't think I've got the foot endurance to last for an ultra marathon. So that's extremely impressive to me that you would get that done. Let's take Garrison Tally, because it's not going to matter because it's one of the Firewalker ones. I've thought about doing an ultra marathon in the past, but that's not like running. Like I say, running isn't actually my sport. Running for me is a means to an end for the other sports that I do, namely kickboxing. Yeah, I would imagine it really is more than anything a mental game. Like it seems like it would have to be, because I feel like there would come a point where it's just like you are as tired as you're going to be, and it's just about the will to keep your muscles going, right? I feel like there must be sort of like a maximum amount of tired that you can achieve before you're just like exhausted, and that's just the end of it, right? Like there's nowhere else to go, and it's like at that point in time you have to have the mental fortitude to just go. So I believe that. I guess my doubt though is that like I worry that my feet would just get to a point where they would end up like my feet and my legs would end up just being injured as opposed to being tired. You know, like that's the concern I have about myself, just because ultra marathons and running are just not what I'm training for these days. I've got other things that I'm working on these days. Yeah, screwed once you stop moving. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that's something actually there is definitely a lot of in Muay Thai, which is what my primary sport is. That I train is there's a certain amount, like you notice it especially when you're going about doing sparring and stuff like that. There's a certain point of tired where it's like you have to just kind of stay up and keep going round after round. You can't let yourself stop, otherwise you're just going to kind of collapse and you're not going to have that, so you're not going to be able to find it in you to get back up, at least not within a reasonable amount of time, right? So yeah, no, I definitely can relate to, and that's something that I definitely understand. Come on, stay on, there we go. Heck yeah. Yeah, that mental toughness, that mental willingness to just kind of keep going on beyond the point where you're just uncomfortable and would sort of, if you could, choose to quit. That's like one of the most important things to learn how to deal with and get through for really any sporting event. I feel like that's one of the key elements to being an athlete, is kind of having that mental toughness to say, I don't care how tired I am, I'm going to keep pursuing this, I'm going to keep going, whether it's like during this workout or just overall. It's like, because there'll be entire weeks where I'm just like, gosh, I don't know that I have it in me to go to training this week. I'm tired, I've got bruises all over me, I'm accumulating some minor injuries, and it takes a lot of mental strength to say, no, I'm still going to go, even if I take it easy, to sort of have active recovery. I'm still going to make myself do this. And I think that's something that kind of, I feel like that's the difference between someone who is and isn't athletic. But the thing is I don't think that's something that some people just will never have, right? Because I was never like that up until really college is when I started being able to have the mental fortitude to do kickboxing and stuff. So it's like, I think it is something that you can learn. And it just comes down to whether or not you're willing to keep trying, even if you don't even believe in yourself. Gonna practice a 15-hour race. Oh shit. 12-hour night race? God damn, you're nuts. Yeah, no, that's insane. I think that's awesome. I think that's, I definitely respect and relate to the concept of pushing yourself beyond your own limits and stuff too. Because like that's for me what I'm pursuing with kickboxing. Like for me this year is just really getting in shape, just kind of doing training camp after training camp, getting myself in shape, so that next year I can be sort of in a physical condition to compete and do some amateur fights, is what my goal is. Because ultimately I want to be actually an instructor. I don't even really want to be a professional fighter. But if I'm going to be a martial arts instructor, I feel like it's important for me to have ring experience, so that way if people if I'm instructing people and they do want to compete, I can kind of help guide them through that process and what it feels like. You want to find the limit at me and haven't found it yet? Yes, no. Like I get that. I 100% get that. And for me, it's like, and it's I talk about it a lot, where it's like people get so down on themselves and say, oh, I could never do that. Oh, I'm not able to do that. I can't possibly, right? Like I hear that kind of stuff all the time when I talk about what I'm achieving with my kickboxing and stuff. I hear people getting down on themselves all the time. But it's like the thing is we're all capable of so much more than we realize. You just have to be willing to try. And it's like I appreciate that 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about, because that's the big thing for me. Is it's like being in kickboxing for me is about like getting into a situation where I feel like I can't go on and still going on anyway, right? And so it's that idea of finding your perceived barrier and then pushing past it and proving that it's not actually it's not an actual barrier. It was just your perception, you know, and you can push through that. So I get that 100%, and I respect the hell out of that attitude. I wish more people nowadays would have that. Oh shit! I did not realize I was taking that much damage. Oh damn. Yeah, I would say critical mission failure. Oops. I guess we'll try again. Yeah, no, you kind of get started. Do I have to do the whole thing over again? Is that seriously what this is going to be? God damn it. Ah, that's really irritating. That's really irritating that there's no checkpoints here. Do I even have like a good health gauge on this thing? I didn't even realize I was taking that kind of damage. I had no idea I was taking that kind of damage. Is there? Oh my god, game. I'm aware of what's happening. I was just here. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think this really gives us a good health gauge. I guess I just have to be better about continually moving here. Oops, my bad. But no, I get that. Yeah, like started running and you just get addicted to it. I feel like most people, there's probably a sport that exists that you can get that. Just something about the type of challenge it presents for you, both mentally and physically, just clicks with you. And it's like, I feel like more people should try more sports and not be afraid to try things, even if they're not sure it'll work out. Because I feel like everyone can find that, and I feel like there's so much value to be gained in being athletic, you know, having something that you compete in. Like, not even because you, like, have that competitive drive, you know, and so I always try and encourage more people to be physically active for that reason, because once you find the thing that clicks with you, using that as a way to sort of learn about yourself and push yourself is just something you can't really find in really any other scenario in life, right? That physical push beyond your own limits. It's really hard to replicate that in any other scenario. Exactly. Yes, exactly. It's about finding that one that just clicks with you, that, as you say, scratches that itch. That's 100% it. You know, and I try so hard to get people to be like, you got to try stuff. You know, it's like, because it's like, you know, a good example of like, so my family in general has never been athletic. I'm like the first person in my family at all who's really been really physically involved in any sort of sporting activity by being into kickboxing. I'm the first person who's done that. Oh shit, see, look at, I'm on fire, man. I'm taking so much damage. I gotta be more attentive to that kind of shit. But I'm like the first one to do it. And like, I was discussing this with one of my family members, right? And she was saying like, oh, I wish there was a gym where it was like basically just a gym where you would go LARPing, like, and it was a gym to get fit by doing like sword fighting and like, you know, doing secret agent stuff. And I kind of looked at it as like what you're describing is doing things like parkour and martial arts just with imagination, you know. And so it's like, I feel like more people need to just try things and be more open-minded to it, because everyone always says like, oh, I hate running. It's like, well, yeah, so do I, but I still do it every day because running's a part of what I really love, you know. And so it's like, it becomes the challenge. That's how you challenge yourself. So I don't know, I do what I can to try and get that across to people, but I feel like there's some people that not some people, I feel like a lot of people, it's kind of hard to explain that if they've never felt it. But sign me up. But that's the thing though. That's what I'm saying. A LARP gym is a regular gym just with imagination, right? Like, what is, you know, like, let's talk about like lightsabers and stuff like that. What does the one guy, I'm gonna blank on his name, what does the one guy who plays Darth Maul do? He's a martial artist. He's a martial artist who trains martial arts that include things like sword fighting. You know, that's what he does. You add the imagination to pretend it's a lightsaber, as opposed to just doing the martial arts part of it, right? You know, and it's like, how does he do all the jumpy, flippy-do things that he does? He does it by training gymnastics and running and parkour and all that kind of stuff. All of those things that you see in those fantasy, in those like super awesome fantasy action sequences, when you see James Bond, all the people doing that are real people who do real athletics. And exactly. That's what they're doing. They're just people who have managed to train enough that people will now pay them to do it in sort of a fantasy setting like that for the sake of movies. You know, and so that's what I keep trying to tell people is it's like, it's not that those things don't exist. It's that you have to use your imagination and know that that's what you're training the more mundane parts of it for, right? Like, that's what you have to do. You know, it's like for me when I'm doing all of my kickboxing and stuff like that, like, of course it's going through my head all the time that I'm basically training myself to be John Wick, right? You know, and like the running and the kickboxing, the you know, the combat part of the martial arts, that's all a part of it, right? And so it's like having the imagination to convince yourself that you're doing more. So it's like you don't need a gym dedicated to LARPing. You need to find the dedication within yourself to know that that's what you want to do it. And then what you do is, instead of going into a competition or something like that, instead what you do is you train yourself up, turn yourself into a complete and utter badass, find a LARPing event, and go wreck everyone else's shit. And that's what you do, right? That's what you do. The LARPing is your final examination, is your competition, right? That's what it is. That's what it is, and that's what people need to realize. Shit, see, look at this, man. I'm getting fucked up. God damn it. I'm gonna have to do the whole thing all over again. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. They all have as many homing missiles. Can I go back down below that? Shit, I gotta do it all over again. It doesn't matter who's on the team. God damn it, we're just in a fucking thing. Whatever. Except, god damn it. Now I'm getting genuinely irritated with myself. It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to do this for an hour and a half. I just want to get this done. I don't even have a clear understanding of what the fuck I'm achieving by doing this. Blah, 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 there's monsters here. Blah, 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 I gotta kill them. Blah, blah, blah. Stop with the cutscene. Let me play my goddamn game. I really hate it that they had no checkpoints, and really the hardest one is the very last one. Like, the very last thing you have to do. What a dick move. What a dick move. And I know, I just described a boss battle. But the kicker there is the no checkpoints. Not a single goddamn checkpoint. It's like, son of a bitch, man. So stupid. Because I don't really even know what else I should be doing to survive this better. Right? Because, like, all I can do, the tools at my disposal for this mission are just to move and shoot. Those are my options. There's nothing else that I can do. There's no extra shield. There's, at least not as far as I'm aware. Right? There's no extra shield or anything. I can boost. I can move real fast. Like, those are my options. And it's like, I can't even just be better at aiming and shooting because the missiles are just like homing lock-on ones. So basically all that's happening, all this entire thing is them saying, we're going to make it so that your damage done to damage received ratio is at an impossible ratio for you to be able to survive easily. Like, that's all we're gonna do. That's what they're doing. That's what they've established. It's bullshit. I hate this. Anyone else want some? Okay. Give me the bullshit. Give me the bullshit and let me move on. Alright. Yeah, because, like, it doesn't really even give you a clear health gauge, right? So I don't know. There's not really, other than like, oh, your ship's on fire now, which means you're like one shot away from blowing up. There's not really a good indicator to know, like, oh, I should get out of here. Oh, hop over the thing, you worthless piece of garbage. Worthless piece of garbage. It's unclear whether I'm talking to the game or to myself. Alright, come on now. Yeah, because it's like, even in these ones, right, they kind of give me some cover that I can try and hide behind, which helps. But then in that last one, there's no cover. But yeah, did you see that? Did you see that thing that just, like, arcs over? So it's like, even with, like, you know, dodging, it's like, it's really not actually an option. Like, there's really nothing you can do. God damn it. Boom, 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 boom. You know, back on the LARPing gym thing, the other thing that people can do, if that's what they want, if they don't want to actually, like, if the description of what people want is just an excuse to be like little kids at like a McDonald's ball pit park or something like that, Well, then you just buy yourselves a bunch of pool noodles, and then you and your friends go and smack each other with it, right? That's the other opportunity. It still gets you active, and you don't need a gym for it. You don't got to pay gym fees. Come on. Yeah, see, I'm getting damaged here. And it's like, okay, there's like a bit of an alarm thing here, so I can kind of hide, right? But then the question is, does that give the enemies a chance to revive too much? We can make a flying thing, so let's make it just over the ground. Yeah, no, that's kind of true. Like once you've established like free-form, like full control, three-dimensional flying, right? The concept of something that's strictly a hover vehicle kind of loses its functionality, doesn't it? Like the functionality of a strictly hovercraft kind of departs. I mean, you can kind of look at it from like, oh, it's an improvement over a land-based thing, sure. You know, kind of like in this scenario where we're using it as a as an opportunity to like, god damn it, yeah, see now I gotta get out of here. See, this is the thing, I gotta like get out of here, and we gotta hide. So this is what I have to do. This is the answer. You know, maybe just like long ball it from over here. But yeah, it's like, why would we do the hover thing in this scenario if we have ships? Like, why not just be in the Normandy and just, you know, fucking air raid everything and then call it good there, right? It's a really good point. It just doesn't really actually have that much of a function. Did I miss one? I thought this was the last one. I must have missed one. Damn it. Damn it, this was supposed to be the last one. I think I missed one. Well, shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, hey, here's the bad guy. Let's just go ahead and... like, yeah, why wouldn't we just, like, orbital strike all of the bad guys? You know? That's, like, that's the other good point. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Okay, how do I get back up there? Because I missed that one. I think the one up there, I forgot to actually stop and grab it. Is there a better way? Oh yeah, here we go. This is our way back around it. Okay, we're good. Yeah, like there's a lot of I feel like that happens a lot in sci-fi and fantasy, especially in fantasy. Like when we're talking about high fantasy with magical settings, right? Yeah, here's the one we missed. I forgot to actually stop and scan for this one. But like think about like Harry Potter. You know, they have to kind of do a lot of hand waving to offer up any actual sort of challenge to them in life, because the magic that's established is a wizard can literally do anything as long as they're powerful enough, right? And so it's like I always laugh about the lines that they use in there. It's like, oh, well, we can't tell the muggles about us because then they'd all want, you know, magical solutions to their problems. It's like, yeah, of course we do. It costs you literally 0 resources beyond the oxygen it takes to say the magic words, and you can do anything. Of course we would want that. Why would you be so selfish to not offer that? You guys could be millionaires if you just, like, offer yourselves up as magical handymen. It's like, oh, big giant hole in your roof? Call us over. We'll get it fixed in 30 seconds, you know, and just charge, like, $100 to do that, you know, and, like... if you charge $100 to do that, you could make millions of dollars a day, because all it takes is seconds to do that. You just like poof yourself to the next appointment, magic it fixed, poof yourself to the next one. It makes no sense, but you have to hand wave it away, otherwise there's no story. So, but yeah, I always thought that was bullshit. And I'm like preemptively angry at all of the wizards that hide themselves from me, a muggle. It's like, fuck you, you asshole, you selfish little prick. Because I guarantee you're taking advantage of whatever parts of our technology you find handy and enjoyable, right? So selfish. So mean. I hate them. I hate them all. Alright, anyway. Back here we go. Finally finished that stupid mission. Still don't really fully understand what we're doing with the Firewalker. I never really understood why they did the Firewalker one the way they did. They basically just made it like, here's the reason to drive a car around. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got all kinds of time. Let's go help Tally. Tally's just a little involved, but let's go help her out. Yeah, exactly. If I found a witch that was all like, I can solve all your problems, but I'm not gonna, I'd be like, well, fuck you too. Like, that's completely unfair. It gives you a complete and utter advantage against us. That's not fair. Like, they can literally, they do it in the books. They can literally kill us and leave not a trace. So they could literally kill all of us with no ramifications whatsoever. They could literally do that. It's like, of course we would want to, you know, keep a tight, heavy lid on that type of shit if you guys aren't willing to demonstrate an interest in cooperating with us in anything. Of course we would. Like, why wouldn't we? It's in our best interest to do that, since you've proven that you're unwilling to be good guys to us. We, like, the assumption is then, like, all right, you really want to, like, you know, maintain the secrecy because you're planning on doing something not so nice to us. If you're not willing to do nice things to us, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, no, I always, as much as I absolutely adore the Harry Potter universe, I also think it's bullshit, and I hate all of them. They're all selfish pricks. Dang it, I didn't mean to do that. They're all selfish pricks. Oh, jeez, there's a bunch of hidden stuff probably out in these asteroids, huh? Yup. That's just a mean trick for them to hide stuff in the asteroid fields. Oh, and it's a rich one, too. Oh, sweet. So it's got the EZ. It's got element 0 peaks. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Oh, don't waste my time with any of that other bullshit. I want the frickin' element 0. There we go. Want a really good read. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. All right. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. What's the premise? What's the you know, the back cover leaflet? Because I do read a lot. I try to read roughly a book a week if I can. I don't always succeed in that goal, but that's always kind of my rough approximate goal. I'm right now, because like I do that, and then my dad and I we do our own little book club, just he and I, where we take turns suggesting a book. And so about once a month, one of us will read a book picked by the other one. And so we're reading a book called Synapse, which has a very... I actually have to check the release dates. I actually don't know which one came out first between the book or the game Detroit Become Human. But it's got a very similar vibe of being like, AI is gaining sentience. At what point do you count as human? At what point do you count as autonomous? Yada, yada, yada. So like, it's got a very interesting vibe of that. You know, surrounded by the whole like murder mystery type of thing that happens a lot in Detroit as well. So it's like, it's really kind of an interesting parallel. It kind of makes me want to replay through Detroit. Oh, maybe I could do that on stream. You guys watch me make all kinds of morally questionable decisions. That'd be fun. All right, let's see here. Real magic turns into Napoleonic era England. It's about two men who are able to use it. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So it's kind of like magic as it would progress in a realistic, in a modern, not a modern setting, but you get the fuck I'm saying. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm down to give it a look-see poo. I'll have to add that to my list, and one of these days I'll get to it. My list that constantly grows faster than it shrinks because there are too many books to read. Oh, there we go. So it's rich. I don't know if this one's gonna end up having my element 0 that I'm so obsessed with. But we can get the other things that are going to be helpful. We really don't need much iridium anymore at this point in time. We've kind of got all the iridium that we could need. I'm gonna try and see if there are peaks that aren't iridium. Oh, we got an EZ peak. Hell yeah. I willed it into existence, that element 0. Yes. Oh man, there's a couple of them. Hell yeah. I'm gonna claim credit for this one. I wanted it so bad that it happened. Yes. Come on, give me that peak. Just give me a peek. Just give me a little peek. Just a quick peek. That's all I ask. Okay, fine. Iridium. There it is.
Launching probe.
Ooh, that's a good one of element 0. Hell yeah. It's a good twofer right there. God damn it, and this is another one of those planets where it's just gonna be like, everything is just it's gonna stay at that good level forever and ever. No matter how many probes I use, It'll never get reduced. Not once, not ever. Alright, fine. Oh, here we go. That's good, not iridium. Iridium. I always slur that word. I wish I could enunciate that one a bit better.
Probe away.
Although maybe it's because the only time I ever say iridium is when I'm playing this game, and the only time I'm playing this game is after I've been streaming for like 3 hours. So my voice is getting tired, and my mouth muscles are getting tired, and that's what she said, and you know, blah blah blah. Alright, God, there's one more? Damn it. Where? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's mean. They had a couple of them in there. That's not a planet. That looks even smaller than Pluto. That's bullshit. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I'm not mad at it anymore. It's got a lot of element 0. Come on, baby. Give me that 100k element 0. That's what I want. I want so much easy. I want it all. Come on, there it is. Ooh, look at that. That's a good peek. It's a good peek. Come on, give me that. Give me that. Damn it. Come on, there's got to be one more. There's got to be one more. Come on. One more peek of element 0, please. Please. Oh. I saw one. There was. Where did it? Where? Oh. Ha. Yes.
Probe away.
I think that'll get me there. Haha, there we go. There wasn't like an award for that or anything like that. It just means that I've got a lot of it. Oh, yes. Alright, that's our last probe. We're calling it good. Alright, we're done probing the planets in this one. Back out we go. No, we'll just do a quick scan. Oh wait, we don't need to do a quick scan because we already got it for all of them. Ha! There we go. I think though, yeah, that leaves us nothing for Paz here. But we'll just do quick scans of everything in Paz and call it good. Enter that system. Oh, neat. Paz doesn't really have much going on here. That's good. Well, you might miss out on a couple peaks, but oh well. Not anything I'm gonna cry over. All right, let's see here. Go ahead and enter the system. Gosh, I really don't like that they chose orange for that color for the button there. It's a little difficult for me to see. What with the whole color blindness thing going on in my life. Let's just restock on probes and everything so I don't forget about it later. But now we're gonna finally help Tally. All right, Tally, let's do this. Reach peak Minecraft, clearing forest while eating sushi. That sounds like such a meditative afternoon. That sounds so casual and relaxed. It sounds really nice. That reminds me of one of the most relaxed periods of my life. Came in contrast when I was in grad school, which was the most stressful time of my life. I was incredibly stressed out, but it was right around the time that was like this time period. It happened right around when Bob Ross passed away, and so Twitch started doing their like 24-hour Bob Ross streams of all of his episodes. Right? They started just like putting them on repeat. So I got in this habit where every morning before having to go to class, right? Because I was in grad school. That was when I was in vet school, which was like the most stressful part of my life. Like the most stressed out I've ever been. Stressed to the point that it was damaging my health. And so what I would do is I would wake up in the mornings feeling like P. Diddy. No, that's not true at all. I would never do that. I don't party as hard as Diddy does. But I would wake up and I would get myself a bowl of cereal or maybe some Pop-Tarts, just like a little kid, like a real little kid's type of breakfast. And I would sit there with that breakfast, and I would put on Bob Ross, and I would just watch Bob Ross paint. Wasn't even trying to go along with it, just watch him do it. Eat my breakfast. Once I was done eating, I would then start playing Stardew Valley, and I would just sit there and watch Bob Ross and play Stardew Valley for like an hour and a half before I had to be on my way to class. And it was like, despite that being the most stressful time of my life, that's one of the most peaceful like groups of memories I have of my life, is just sitting there doing a little bit of casual farming, watching a little bit of casual painting with Bob Ross, and just letting myself forget about all of the stress that I was going to have to face the rest of the day. And that sounds like what you've achieved there, Minecraft and sushi.
Captain Shepard.
Like there's just a certain sort of meditative state you can get in when there's sort of that repetitive, calm thing you're doing in a video game or something. And it's like, I guess that's kind of where like my love of mining all of the every single planet in this game kind of comes from, just sort of that like meditative, go through the process, just like going through the motions, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I totally agree, deal. Oh, hey Spesh, how's it going? Okay, you got an amazing game idea. All right, spill it. Spill it. Give us the goods. Give us the goods. What's the game?
I wish I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth
Painting miniatures?
to the secret project.
You're gonna have to explain how that's a game, because, or how that's a new game idea. Because I'm gonna be honest, pretty sure I've heard of people painting miniatures before. Like I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Not to step all over your idea here, Spesh, but I'm gonna need more than that to understand what you're talking about. Yeah, we're just gonna. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna humor this idea that Tali would do something.
Tali's order under arrest pending the hearing. So
Get a sponsorship with Games Workshop. So you're just saying you just like sit there on stream and paint miniatures, miniature painting simulator. Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, they kind of have things like that with the kids games where you can just like, you know, like have coloring books and stuff. That's all you got to do. That's all it is, really. I feel you though. I feel like there would be a market. Like I guess I could see there being a market like for a Twitch stream where you just get on and every day you paint a new miniature. And if people wanted to, they could do like the Bob Ross thing where it's like they get the same miniature. It's like you advertise ahead of time what miniature you're going to be painting for that day's episode, and people can get the same one and they can follow along, or they could do their own thing if they wanted. Like I guess I could see that. I guess I could understand the appeal to that. I would argue that there's not a game involved there. But as far as just like a form of entertainment, inspired by Power Wash Simulator. Okay, so you're just talking about like a video game thing. You do that? Okay, all right. I'm on board. I'm on board with the idea. I don't know that it's up my alley, because I've never been much of a miniature painter in the first place. Like I don't even really collect miniatures. Which might surprise some people given that I'm a DM, but for me it's like miniatures are so limited in their use. And so as a DM, I don't want to spend, you know, $30 on a dragon miniature that I'm going to use like once or twice, right? Like, and so I usually just use little colored dots and stuff, and stuff like that. So miniatures have never really resonated with me, but there's a lot of people that would love that. So okay, all right. I'm on board. You know, if this is what's that one show, that Shark Tank thing, is like, okay, all right, I'll buy the idea. I'll buy that idea. That's on board. I don't know how that show works or anything like that, but I know there's a show where people give business ideas and then really rich assholes will tell you whether or not your idea is worth their time or not. Put it in with art. Yeah, no, like it definitely would probably be in the art section and stuff like that. But it's like if people have good streams where they're like drawing and doing digital media or painting or making music, why not miniature painting, right? People would like that. There's a certain, like I say, it's got the Bob Ross appeal to it, right? There's just a certain level of meditative stuff. If you just kind of have like a calm commentary going on while you're doing it, I could see that. I could see people being on board with that. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to what's happening here. Tally's life is on the line and I'm not even paying attention. Poor dear.
I imagine Father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
Okay. Yeah, we should just go in then.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor?
There are more important things to think about than Tali. You tread carefully, all right? Tali is a treasure, and she's part of this team. You tread lightly, sir. It's a bold claim to make.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Duh, Tali, come on.
In my power to help you, Tali.
You and Garrus are like the only people who have stuck with me so far.
Ask for a better counselor.
Paint some eyebrows. No, you know what she needs? She needs the digital face mask like Zero in Borderlands 2. That's what she needs. Like the digital like the digital face reactions, so it's like her face can be emojis and stuff. That's what she needs. I think the Shauran voiced by the same girl who was the UN person in The Expanse. I'm not familiar with The Expanse. I wouldn't know. I'll take your word for it and say that's a cool connection. It is fun to recognize voice actors and stuff. And it's something I actually struggle with. I have a hard time. Like, I can differentiate voices. It's easy for me to listen to multiple voices and be able to, like, know if I recognize the voice. But being able to pinpoint who has done what voice can be kind of a challenge for me. I'm not always very good at it. I don't know what part of my brain doesn't work right for that to be difficult, but...
Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season.
Like the one guy that's, like, bouncing, like, super impatient. He's like, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Why are we here?
Talia Zora of Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against the charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such...
Wow, racist much, guy? Come on.
Then you should not have declared Talia crew of the Normandy, Admiral
Ha
Forrest.
ha.
By right as Talia's captain, Shepard must stay.
Neener. Neener.
Objection withdrawn.
Ha ha.
Shepard was Normandy.
Suck it.
Your crew member Talia Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
100%.
Tali, I will.
Goddamn
But in
right.
her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vasnima, a proud member of the
I like that I've got the face mask on and stuff. I really feel like I'm on equal footing with literally everyone else whose face masks are completely, you know, like all fogged up so you don't see anything. They've just got their little glowy eyes. They look like the little, the Jawas is what they look like to me. And I look like a knockoff Spider-Man.
Bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
She's innocent. Dadoy.
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left
Night
cards
Monkey,
and
hell yeah.
technology for teams to
Hell
pick.
yeah.
My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active guests to the fleet.
It bothers me that they didn't make a model for, like,
Then explain.
or rather they didn't make multiple different models for different body shapes within the Quarians. Like, I'd really like to see some overweight Quarians or, like, a super ridiculously over-muscled bodybuilder Quarian. I think it'd be really funny.
As far as we can tell, Tali,
Like, really short or really tall Quarians.
everyone on the
They're all just clones of each other.
Your father
They're the robots all along. That's why they're all identical.
Oh, Keela.
Oh. Missing limb ones? Yeah, totally.
Trial, Admirals.
Robot limb ones where it's like the suit itself ends and you can see they've got like a Luke Skywalker or like a more like a Terminator style arm, right, or something like that. That'd be rad. That'd be really rad.
So far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile,
What a piece of
I'm
shit.
looking for my father, you Bastet.
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna do it.
Admirals, yes.
It's like, that's fucking cold-hearted. They're like, oh yeah, we've got living people over there. Fuck them, right? Let's just go ahead and blow it up.
if you die on this
Like,
world
what a
mission,
cold-hearted
you
approach. Like, they're not even gonna
clear
try.
these charges.
we can
It's like, why wouldn't you try to just do like a rescue mission or something?
You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Cold. That's cold, guys. Don't worry, Tyler. We'll go fuck them up. Yeah, look, they all like they've all got the same walk. They've all got the same body shape. It's lame. It's lame. Although it's the same for every race in this game. They all have one body shape.
I don't know.
Like, the differentiation for all of them is literally their clothing and or how many scars they have on their faces. Like, that's the differentiation for all of them. I don't
Come on,
want to
we've
get
got
into
guests to
extra
kill.
exposition. Are you okay? It's like, of course she's not. She's been accused of treason and her father's dying or, like, presumed dead.
Hangar is through the conclave chamber
Like, of course she's not okay. Let's not bother her about it, you know? I don't
Understood.
want to talk to anyone
Whatever
else.
Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go over this way.
Resistance.
Oh yeah, it's 100%. You're exactly right with the races here. It's 100% the Star Trek approach of humans with rubber masks on. That's you're absolutely correct. Like the only ones that are really significantly different from humans are like the really wacky ones that aren't part of your crew, like the Elkos, the Volus, you know, the Hanar. The really wacky ones that don't get to be part of your team. And you could kind of argue that the Krogans are pretty different, but even then they're just like short stocky people with big giant suits on all the time. But yeah, no, it's definitely in general got the Star Trek principle of people with rubber masks on. It's totally it. Yeah, we're ready. I don't want to just like
Of course.
over discuss all this crap with these guys
Kira Selah.
because I don't care. There's no other reason besides the fact that I lack the empathy to be concerned about it. So, moving on. I do like the ship designs for the Quarian fleet. I think they're really cool.
Eyes up front.
Bloomers. Destruction. Well, I didn't see, like, that's one of the things that I really don't like about the combat in this one. Like, for some reason, Shepard has the tendency to not automatically, you know, cock your shotgun or whatever, you know, or in this case, the sniper rifle. It's like, why wouldn't that just be an automatic part of it, right? The point of it is to slow down my fire rate. So,
Combat drone away.
oh, you got an offer to so you're saying you got an offer to buy a 3080. Do you why is that sad? Do you already have one? I forget what kind of rig you said you've got. So it's like, do you already have one, or is it that you can't afford one or something? Because for most people, that's a cause for celebration. Like, oh shit, I can finally get something from this decade. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna hack everything. We're gonna hack it all. Yes, got it. Where's our? There we go. And then we need that one right there. Oh, you can't afford it. That sucks. That really sucks. I mean, that's like the thing that like is so hard about the market right now, because it's like, even if you can find one that's in stock, the cost is so high right now. It's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and it's like there's so much complexity to it that it's like it's hard to be mad at any one factor for it, but it just, generally speaking, sucks to be a PC gamer in need of a computer right now. Like, I have a computer that's got a 3070 in it. You know, this PC is running on a 3070, but I only got that because I was willing to wait and buy an entirely pre-built PC. You know, through a company that was able to, that has an easier time getting stock in. You just have to wait in line, right? But it was guaranteed. So like, once I put my order in, it took about a month for me to get mine, and I had to pay a pretty penny to get a fully built PC, which was a bummer for me because my old PC had a lot of good parts that I would have preferred to recycle. But you know, it is what it is. You know, that's just what the market is nowadays, and it sucks. It just flat out sucks. Hi, kitty. Are you gonna go sit right in front of the monitor? Yeah, you're gonna sit right in front of the monitor and make it tough for me to see things, aren't you? Now, here, why don't you come here, and I'll say hi to everyone, and now you just come sit on my lap. If you want attention, why don't you sit on my lap rather than being a butthead and getting in the way of everything that I'm trying to do right now? I feel like that's gonna be a better option for you there, kitty. But yeah, no, that sucks. That really sucks. I feel for you, man. It's a real bummer, just where the market is going right now, for really all technology, but especially, you know, graphics cards and pretty much what, you know, the tools that you need to actually have a good gaming PC. I think it really sucks. And there's like I say, there's so much complexity to it. There's so many factors as a part of it. It's hard to really say like, oh well, this one company needs to do this one thing better, or it's so stupid that this market or this group of people is doing this. It's like there are so many different factors playing into it that it just like it's such a complex situation. What? Why are you looking at me, Garrus? You're making me a little nervous about, you know, the fact that you got your gun out here. Boom. Guys, if you could help, thank you. Jesus. Alright, there we go. But yeah, no, it's a really shitty situation. For sure. For sure. And yeah, I wish there was more that any of us could do to try and, you know, do it. Because it's like, you know, it's easy enough to blame the scalpers for prices going up and stuff like that. But it's not just the scalpers. You know, it's the Bitcoin miners for driving up the prices of new equipment. It's the tech industry in general. It's the previous, at least in America, you know, the previous administration sanctions on certain types of imports, combined with the economic challenges presented from COVID, makes it really hard for tech companies to deliver things. Tally, that's what you get for standing up on a table like a goddamn superhero in the middle of a firefight, you idiot. Get up. Get up and be smart. But yeah, there's just so many factors. There's so many factors, and it's just so frustrating. Because it's like, that level of complexity means there really isn't a clear path to recovery other than just waiting for things to get better. Like waiting for the supply and demand cycle to... Tally, why are you on top of tables, you idiot? This isn't get drunk on your birthday party, okay? This is firefight, guns, people dying. Don't be one of the people dying, please. Aw, damn it, Garrus. Not you too. I trusted you, Garrus. But yeah, it's just like the situation is just one where it's like we really do just have to wait for things to sort of recover and change and get better slowly. And it sucks. It sucks. Really, really sucks. Because it's like, it's the nature of it, because of the fact that there's all of the challenges on just gaming and computing technology in general, make it so that you can't even really easily keep up via consoles all that easily. Because, you know, PlayStation 5s are so hard to get right now. You know, and it's like, you know, and I haven't been paying attention, but I'm assuming it's kind of the same for Xbox Series, like Alphabet or whatever we're working on now, because their names make no goddamn sense. You know, and Switches aren't the worst, but still, like, people are buying them, and it can be kind of a challenge to get your hands on the exact one that you want. It's just, it's tough. It's really tough. It's tough to be a gamer with out-of-date equipment right now. And I consider myself extremely lucky that I had the financial means to sort of brute force my way into having a modern machine that I can play games on. Right? A modern machine that not only can I play games on right now, but is good enough and is advanced enough in the technology within it that it's going to last me a good... because I'm not a power gamer that insists on having 4K, you know, 140 FPS bullcrap, anything like that. I just want to be able to play games. This computer will last me a good, you know, 5 to 8 years if I take care of it and you know, keep my expectations low in terms of what the graphical output of any given game is. You know, so I consider myself really lucky to be in that group.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Yeah.
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of
Yeah,
different
no,
disruptive hacking techniques.
I'm very lucky on that front.
Understand all of it. But they may
And
have been activating
I definitely keep that in mind.
Nothing here says specifically
Whenever I get
what
frustrated
they
about,
were.
you know, my finances or anything, at least I was lucky enough that, you know, that I can be able to
Was all this
be in this
you
boat.
promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this
I mean, just look how pretty this game is. It's like one of my favorite games, and they updated the graphics, and I have a machine that can handle it. It's like, that's amazing. So amazing. Let's see here. Yeah.
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your
Ba-boom. There we go. Now we're going to get into the thick of it.
You have
We get into
no
the thick of
idea
it
what
here.
it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is
Got
one
yourself
stone
solid
from
entry to mid-range
extinction.
gaming PC a few years ago. Still going strong. Haven't needed to upgrade anything yet. Most games on DC. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That was what my first PC was. My first PC, I built it myself. I built it at this point close to, it was like it would have been like 8 years ago. I built a mid-range based on technology that was like a year or two old at the time. It was a couple years old. So, you know, when I replaced it, it was running on like 8-year-old technology. But I had had it for like 5 or 6 years. And that was it. It was really good. The reason I replaced it is it was getting to the point where a lot of like the really new like graphical powerhouse games, my computer couldn't really even handle it on low settings. You know, they would get glitchy, they would get slow, they would stutter a lot. Like the frame rate was dropping below 30 even on lowest settings. And so that's when it was like, okay, it's time for me to kind of replace this. And so that's why I kind of brute forced it, because I was at a point where I just
You've got a place here, Tally.
you know, where it's like
Don't throw
couldn't
it away in a war you
I needed something if I wanted to keep up with games.
Shepard, if I don't wear a
But-
helmet in my own
Oh, we're
home,
getting-
I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a
Oh,
flower
Tally.
with bare fingers.
This is always a really tough one, actually, when you think about it, because it's like she's got a point, right? Like that, like yeah, it's not the same as having your own homeworld and stuff like that, but realistically, like how changed is their homeworld gonna be? How long have they been away, right? So it's like, yeah,
Have the Quarians considered colonizing?
exactly. It's like find a new
We have
one.
enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60
See, now here's another thing where it's like sci-fi question. Do they not have like vaccine technology that could get them to a point where they could just build up their immune systems to survive somewhere? Like, you know, because like with as fragile as they talk about the Quarians being constantly, it's like kind of at a point where it's like, even on your own home planet in your own atmosphere, how did you guys survive? Like literally everything kills you immediately. You know, it's like, did you guys not have viruses that would like mutate and change? Like, how are you guys able to robustly survive as fragile as your immune systems are? Doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Like you'd think they would have like nanotechnology that could help them, you know, be immune from most things, you know, and be able to keep up with most foreign like, you know, microbes that would end up in their bodies. You'd think they would have that technology. Like that's one thing I always thought was kind of weird about the Quarians. But then again, if you realistically handled it, then you wouldn't be able to have the same story and, you know, question marks about will they ever go home. So, you know, you hand wave it for the story. Listen here, you little butthead. I'm sick of you. Let's get into cover. There we go. Uh-oh. I'm gonna unity myself. You guys are not good combatants. You know, my teammates are really bad at fighting. Like, really bad at fighting. Come on, Garrus, get up. Tally, stop standing there. You're getting shot. Damn it. New Venom 2 trailer. Oh, I never actually watched the first of the recent Venom movies. I never got around to watching that one. I know they've been working on a new one. But I don't know. I never watched those ones. It never, like, it looked interesting enough, but it wasn't, like, ever top of my list, so I've just never gotten around to seeing it. I should probably check it out at some point. I've heard it was decent. I guess I kind of hear mixed reviews about it, and I think it depends on how high people's expectations were of it. And for me, a superhero movie, my expectations are never all that high, to be perfectly honest. I always expect them to be, you know, a decent summer blockbuster and nothing more. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, great. Now the waterworks are going to start. Sheesh.
Masked light finder or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't
Gosh.
need to clean up your
Hey, come here.
What if they put, like, a renegade option there and you could just, like, slap her, like, step out of it?
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe.
Can robots even cry?
Maybe he left a message.
So again, that's like an interesting concept. So if we're gonna like actually kind of explore that thought process, if we like achieve, if we're in a world that's kind of got like the whole Detroit Become Human situation going on, where it's like we've got synthetics, or the whole Bicentennial Man, where we've got like a synthetic robot trying to achieve humanity, right? Isn't that kind of one of the eternal questions that would always exist for like a computerized form of intelligence? Like, would a computer exhibiting human emotions, would that actually be authentic robot emotion? Or would that always just be robots being programmed to imitate humans, right? Like, would we ever be able to trust that it's actually genuine emotion? It's like kind of an interesting question, because if it's a life form that originates from human technology, then isn't there always that question that no matter what advances that technology makes, even if it's 100% autonomously, it's still based off of a human creation that was intended to mimic human life and human like intelligence. So is it actually have that emotional autonomy, or is it just mimicking humans? Right? Is it just mimicking humans for the sake of appearing more human-like and more autonomous? Right? And I feel like there's an interesting struggle there to try and understand, like, even if it is genuine, can we ever trust that? Can we ever trust and truly believe that it's genuine emotion?
He knew you'd come.
Like that's always,
He was trying to
I feel like that's an interesting, ethics question that I don't know that there would ever be a proper
I don't know what's
a
worse,
proper
thinking he never
answer
really
to,
cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
God, what a crybaby. He's like, oh, it's my dad. It's like, why don't you grow up? God, can you imagine? What a horrible person I would be if that were like my genuine reaction. Pew. Alright, so Tally, I know that you just saw your father's dead corpse and all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna keep stealing all the stuff that belongs to the citizens of your home ship here. So please just don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here and break into everything. Just don't mind me. Now I'm gonna step all over your dad's body. Moving on! Oh look, bad guys. Hey look, I got a ship model. Tally, I hope you don't mind that I'm stealing all this shit. Hold on. I feel like we've got the opportunity to kind of get a beat on these guys. Oh, pull out your weapon. Shepard, god damn it, I hate you so much, Shepard. I hate you so much, Shepard. Pull out your goddamn thing. Jesus Christ. There we go. I just want to use the heavy thing so we can just like get these guys taken care of and just not worry about it. Do. Ain't even got to reload. Can't handle this. Fuck you. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that supposed to be the boss battle? Did I just destroy the boss battle in a matter of seconds? Oh no.
Looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
What did he do? Yeah, let's hear it.
play the recording.
I don't want to get into that emotional mumbo jumbo again. Ugh.
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us
I know,
add 2
Kitty.
more gets to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic
This
viral
cat.
attacks. Perhaps we should inform the
Cat,
Admiralty
I
Board,
wish you weren't
just to
kneading
be
on my
safe.
bare leg right now. Your nails are very sharp and they hurt. Yeah, they do. They hurt, and you won't let me clip them ever, so they're just there and they're painful. You could at least just like find a patch of shorts and do your kneading on there.
Easier time of it if Tally Zora could send back more working
It's very
material.
sweet that you're in a good mood,
Absolutely not.
but also
Don't
ouch.
want Tally exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tally out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never
I
wanted
did
this.
this for you.
Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault.
I made this
I
for
tried
you.
to pretend it didn't point to him, but when this comes up in the trial, we can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tally, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again?
Well, considering that you were just having a breakdown about not being able to come home, like, I would think that that would be a problem for you.
War criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Alright, well, we'll see
We're
at the
not
trial.
gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
Yeah.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please.
Are we not allowed to, like, forego being the captain and instead get an actual lawyer or something? Like, is that not an option? That seems like it'd be smarter.
None of this will matter.
I'm confused. But then again, so is Tally. She just witnessed her, like, she just held her dad's deceased corpse, so maybe we can cut her a little slack.
There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
Sounds like the hearing is already underway.
Bro, right here.
His offer of assistance. It's only been a
There's
few
no
hours.
reason to think she should survive. Bro, I'm right here. Yeah, this is where we go. Do you suppose it would, like, give them conflict to notice that Tally is carrying a Geth weapon right now? Like, probably doesn't look good if we're being charged for treason. I don't know. Tally didn't want to throw her dad under the bus. We took back the ship.
Cleared the Geth from the Alarai. It should be safe for your people to return.
Yeah.
Thank you. We sincerely appreciate your efforts to aid the Quarian people.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Awkward. 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 Uncomfortable.
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Yeah, because we've been a good guy this whole time.
That should be all the evidence you need.
Yeah, and I'm talking loudly and with you know, like intensity.
Still don't know what happened on the Alarai.
No, Admiral, you don't. But you gave her my name. I'm her captain. I trust her with my life. And I'm telling you that she is innocent.
Again, like, can we get a lawyer in here involved?
We placed Tali's life in the humans' hands. Would you doubt those words if they came from a Quarian, Captain?
No, but I'm racist, so of course I'm gonna doubt them coming from a people. Jeez.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment?
Let's see here. Guilty! Put her to death! No!
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges.
Haha.
Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our...
Oh, you don't need to. I stole everything I could find from that other ship. It's fine.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
Ooh. Ooh. Cold-hearted.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
Haha. What a strange tribunal.
What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
Did what I had to do.
I wasn't gonna let Tali Zora Boss Normandy get exiled on my watch.
Thank you, Captain.
This might be useful.
Yeah, we did it. Alright, and that mission. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say to those jerks. Moving on. Haha. Alright, so looking at the time and thinking about, like, what time would be involved, I think I'm going to take care of just, like, the minutia around here, read our messages, go do some upgrades and stuff like that, and then probably call it a session there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. this is what I'm going to do, because I got a few things I got to take care of this afternoon and everything, and I got to get started on that all pretty quick here. And like I said, I just don't think there's enough time for me to actually like dive into another mission at this point. We're at a good pause point, so we'll just take care of the minutia. Project Firewalker. The artifacts you gather might give us a lead on a larger Prothean site. They have incredible value for historians and might be instrumental in building our understanding of the Prothean legacy. Excellent work in mitigating the Geth's presence, Commander. We will keep you appraised of further Geth activity should it threaten mission integrity. Okay, yep, you're welcome. There's a whole lot of nothing going on there. Alright, let's see what upgrades we can spend all of our ridiculous amounts of resources on. Nope, no weapon upgrades, it's fine. Armor upgrades, can we do any of those? Aha, tech damage, that's relevant to me. I got tech stuff, I think that was the last one though. Oh, we can do tech cooldowns, hell yeah. Can we do any more? Nope. Ship enhancements, hell yeah. Get that multi-core. Hell yeah. And then prototypes, got shield strength, hell yeah. And then I think that's probably the last, because it's advanced training or retrain powers. I don't think there's anything more. Yeah, I don't want to do the advanced training until I know there's like more stuff to do with that. So I think that's good. All right, and I think that's pretty much all of the tedium to take care of here. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a second and let it cycle through all this nonsense, so I don't have to see it anymore. But yeah, I think we'll call that a stream. So thank you to everyone who stopped by. Good stream. Had some fun conversations in the process. I don't know. That's what I really like about the streaming and stuff like that. I like the conversations that come from it. I think there's a lot of really cool people that pop up in the chat rooms here, and it makes it a lot of fun for me. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're watching the VODs after the fact too, you know what? I still appreciate you too. The fact that you're interested enough to see what I'm up to means a lot to me. So yeah, so thank you for that. As always, the self-plug, I'm trying to get better at advertising my own stuff. So I've got Discord server there. If you're interested in that, feel free to sign up. We'll get you verified and you can participate in the conversations. It's a pretty small community still, but it's growing. It's growing, so that's fun stuff. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I should be on tomorrow streaming, 11:30 Eastern time zone. So 11:30 in that time zone, I'll be doing my writing, and then afterwards doing the gaming as per usual. So we got that coming up tomorrow, and then as of right now, I believe I should still be free to stream as well on Thursday and Friday this week. So good stuff. Good streams coming up this Friday, or not this Friday, this week, including this Friday. So be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. I think that's all I got for like announcements and stuff. So again, thank you so much everyone who stopped by. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are cool people. I dig it. I have fun with the streams. I hope you guys have fun as well. And yeah, so yeah, I guess next time I'll see you is tomorrow. So until then, take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Keep being the awesome people out there in the real world as you are in here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Can't wait. Okay, now's the awkward moment. We gotta get over to the end stream. There it is. End stream. Good.